Tracy, before kickoff.
Jim, the big question, can the Packers contain Justin Jefferson? They couldn't do it week 1. 9 receptions, 184 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This week, cornerback Jair Alexander called that game a fluke. He said, it's not like Justin Jefferson dresses up in a super suit. He's human. He said, he's a good wide receiver, but I'm a good cornerback. Well, we know Alexander wants to go one-on-one with Jefferson today. We spoke with him. We'll see if that's the game plan and if it plays out.
All right, Trace, Green Bay defers.
Heard you missed us. We're back. Back so soon, are we? So soon, I'm wondering if this stream's even actually working.
But they're going to keep Crosby on the kickoff chores as well as the place kicking. So the long-time veteran
And a squib kick on the opening kickoff.
it down the field. It's scooped up on a second bounce. And it's a run out to the 32. Scuffle on the back end.
Well, here we go.
With the return. And already a little
Ozzy.
heated disagreement before our first snap.
I get the impression these two teams don't like each other.
What a year. Under his
One thing I know, the Vikings are going to make this really dramatic. So I give the Packers a very good chance to pull some shit today and make this happen. Because the Vikings don't exactly run people off the field, but they're somehow 12-3 with a shot at the 1 seed. That's why they're playing hard today. They want the bye week. Dalvin Cook. Gain of 4.
For about 4. How about this season Kirk has been enjoying, Tony?
It's been outstanding, and he's really showing everybody, right? For a while, it was like, oh, he can't win a big game. He's just one of the
Vikings hurry to the line here on the second play. Must like the personnel they got Green Bay in.
8 game-winning drives. He knows how to win now, and he knows himself, and he just waits for the opportunity. Now, they don't want to get behind like normal.
And they go back to Cook. Yeah, 1.5 yards, third down.
Joe Barry's defense has had a problem against the run. As you see, Jair Alexander had a lot to say this week about the matchup against Justin Jefferson, but the 27th in the league against the run. Made a couple of nice stops here on the first 2 plays.
Yeah, and the biggest reason for this winning streak is the 8 turnovers in the last 3 games. They've been opportunistic, almost like the Vikings have been all year. But Alexander did not travel with Jefferson in the first game. You see him right now. He's going over there, and he's traveling with him in the slot. You see the game plan already. Packers are trying to make their best guy.
3rd and 4. Cousins hit as he throws. It's incomplete. Looking for Thielen. Russell Douglas made a play.
What's going to happen when you're going to put Alexander
Green Bay off to a good start.
and double him still? Then that means someone else has to step up. Thielen tries, but Douglas is actually starting to play really good. He's not.
I can't believe Green Bay is in this position at this point in the year. I left them for dead after the Eagles game. I was like, yeah, the Eagles game was their last hurrah. They're done. Boy, was I wrong. Aaron Rodgers, one of the all-time great regular season quarterbacks, ain't going to go quietly into the night. Ooh, I thought that was going to get blocked. And a good return to get him past the 20. He fielded that shit at like the 7. And another scuffle. Saints have a chance for the last NFC spot. Of course they fucking do. They're like fucking cockroaches.
Crazy numbers as you've seen.
Vikings started with a 3 and out.
Numbers on the season, hasn't even had a 300-yard passing performance, but it's been breaking in a new receiving core, and that young receiving core has come a long
Deshaun Watson, 9 of 18, 169, and 3 touchdowns.
With a hip injury, he's playing.
Beat the Commanders. Carson Wentz threw 3 interceptions. I'd say he's not going to be back in Washington next year. Heineke will probably still be on the roster as they continue to disrespect him. Aaron Jones. And a 6.
About the 27, and again, the 4-time NFL MVP. The last 2 years, he's been the MVP, and he felt they could do it. He had all the scenarios a month ago. It is panning out so far.
Well, it's been hard. Everything's been very difficult this year, and you watch it, it's like he doesn't throw interceptions, and he's got the second most of his career, 11. You know, some of it's on other people.
Last time he threw 11 picks in a year, he won the Super Bowl. Just saying. It's a long shot, but numbers do not lie. Spins out of 3 Vikings to get a yard.
And Duke Shelley, who's been a big boost for the Vikings secondary late in the year.
Niners and Raiders tied at 7 late in the first.
The Vikings-Dallas game, and Shelley's been the biggest difference, I feel like. They started to kind of give him time in that week 9-ish area, and since then, they performed better. Now, this is a defense that's been just giving up way too many yards, last in passing, but Shelley's really allowed me to think they can slow some teams down.
Donatel, the defensive coordinator, looking on, see if they can force a 3 and out, as the Packers did to the Vikings.
Nobody open. Rodgers finds somebody. Oh, off the hands of Jones. I thought he was going to get it. 4th down. That was a great throw. Ah, just a little high.
2 inches too high.
Yeah.
For a receiver, but for running backs. And you know, Jones is as good as they get out there, but that's asking a lot when you got a Mach 12 ball coming right at you on a bullet.
How he makes those passes on the run and just the quick.
What's that noise Jim Nance just made? Ooh, blocked. 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 Recovered by the Packers down at the 1. 1st and goal, Vikings. Oh, wow.
Metellus was the one who got in on him.
This is the opportunistic Minnesota Vikings all year long.
Oh, the Vikings just find a way to conjure some bullshit, don't they?
That allows them to win. And you saw special teams, a block punt earlier this year, key situation, 61-yard field goal here, a great catch by a guy there. That's how they're winning. And wow, what a play.
Wow is right. Levitt picked it up for the Packers. But he is taken down just outside the 1, and Minnesota ready to strike.
This is a huge game.
Dalvin Cook, Tom.
We know Green Bay is basically playing in a playoff game here. They control their own destiny. And right there, you go on the road. Minnesota handled Green Bay in the first game of the year. They really out-physicaled them, outplayed them, out-schemed them. Right now, Minnesota's off to the same start.
First and goal. 1 yard out.
Play action. Nobody there. Finds a man in the flat. Incomplete. It was Thielen.
Well defended. Thielen was the target. Amos was on him.
Just hand it to Dalvin Cook, man.
Cousins, they tried to score on first down from the 1 going up top, but there was some pressure again.
Well, this is Minnesota. You look at it, you're always like, okay, how are they winning? What are they doing? Recently, Jim, they've been outstanding in the red zone. 8 touchdowns in the last 9 red zone trips, and they've adjusted it throughout the year. And they're play actioning, running it, but they're making it really difficult on teams to know which one's coming.
Jefferson in motion.
Now they give it to Cook. Stuffed.
Stacked up right at the line.
3rd and goal. What a stand this would be. I'm going to come right back to Cook on 3rd and 4th down. I got 2 more downs to get this. I'm good if I'm Minnesota.
You don't have to run a lot, but you got to be efficient. You got to stud and cook. And that was one of the keys to the game, your ability to run against this Green Bay defense.
We got
Got an injury on the offensive line.
And it's Schlotman who is starting once again for Bradbury at center. We'll step aside for a moment.
Excuse me, I got to step aside for a moment. All the things Green Bay needed to have happen to get to this moment. It's happened. It was meant to be. You guys know you want the Green Bay versus Tampa Bay championship game. Where is everybody? Thought everybody was going to come back and keep watching. Okay, we're back.
Schlottman is going in. Vikings
3rd and goal at the 1.
It's Chris Reed, his first action of the season. 3rd and goal.
If this doesn't go to Dalvin Cook, you deserve everything bad that happens to you.
Again,
It does. Oh, and he's stuffed again. What a stand. Now you got to kick the field goal. You lost a yard and a half. Just kick the field goal.
Slayton after the snap. Just watch right straight ahead.
Right there, the backup center, Slayton, goes right and attacks Reed. So
You lost yardage. You got to take the field goal here.
Yep.
And that's going to be an issue because you had to run the ball inside against this team, and what a big-time goal line stand. The same thing happened in the
And
first
they are
game
kicking
this
the field
year.
goal.
Minnesota had a goal line stand against Green Bay, and it changed the emotion and everything going forward. Same thing possibly for Green Bay.
O'Connell says we're going field goal. We've already had 3 tries. 21 yards.
3-0 Minnesota off the blocked punt.
Greg Joseph, NFC Special Teams Player of the Year after his franchise record 61-yard winner last week. Back in 30 after this from State Farm.
I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Bubbles.
Well, after the block punt, which is the first time there's been a block punt for O'Donnell in, 3 seasons since 09. Metellus, the one blocked it. There he is.
Well, you got to give Matt Daniels, special teams coordinator for the Vikings, a ton of credit. Just this year, you know, we all know what Cousins and Jefferson have done in the key situations and all the big plays, but the special teams has also provided it. As you see Matt Daniels right there. But really, this team just takes turns. Who's the superstar helping us win this week?
That was one hell of a goal line stand. Packers are going to win by 4.
On both sides so far, 9 plays, only 12 yards total for both teams combined, no first downs. This is Nixon, who's dangerous.
Ooh! Oh! Kickoff return! What the hell is up with this game? Touchdown Packers, no flags.
You talked about how dangerous he is. The most kick return yards in the NFL.
Oh, it's meant to be. I'm telling you, it's meant to be.
Kick return last week. And here he is again. Wow.
When I saw him get through the middle and only the kicker was in his way and the kicker went low, I'm like, uh-oh.
Last week with a groin injury, so he's a little bit questionable this week.
He looked very slow, and he doesn't look like he had enough juice, right?
Look at Joseph trying to make an attempt.
Joseph, you got to do better than that. Mr. Special Teams Player of the Month.
Deshaun Nixon. My goodness. What a momentum turner that is.
Special teams all over this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of question whether he would play this week.
Vikings, Packers play each other. Weird shit seems to happen.
Extra point. for the Packers, their first kickoff return touchdown since week 1 of
What the hell?
11. By Randall Cobb, that was on the Thursday.
Crazy first 4.5 minutes. Had a lot of crazy Packers-Vikings games in recent years. Weird shit just seems to happen. The last few minutes of the Panthers game, I mean, that game should have been just completely over, but you had to keep hanging around and waiting to see. Really got my hopes up on that lateral shit at the end. Yeah. How's that for a start? Goal line stand followed by kickoff return. That goal line stand was the real winner, I think. The kickoff return's one thing. That goal line stand, I already said, I made the joke. Packers win by 4. All the playoff puzzle pieces falling into place.
FedEx, we're ready for the holidays.
Well, we're just 4 minutes and 35 seconds into the game. We have not had a first down, but we've had 10 points scored. How crazy is that? I know this is
0 first downs, 10 points, 12 total yards.
Same thing, right? Special teams makes the difference.
Crosby earns the touchback. Again, this game of vital importance on each side is Nixon. On that
I like that the Eagles lost. It made this game even bigger for the Vikings.
kickoff return. Packers would clinch a wild card berth.
I've rooted harder for Brady and Tampa to lose than Atlanta to win. Well, yeah. Why would I root for Atlanta to win when your fucking expectations are already so low and in the shitter? I think the Brady hate got doubled after Atlanta got screwed against Tampa Bay. I think that's where I just went off the deep end.
Today, the Saints go into Philly and win 20-10. So they're still in the chase for the one.
Minnesota gets the 1 seed. Green Bay gets in. No one would have thought that.
Play fake from Kirk, and Hawkinson falls down. TJ Hawkinson falls down more than any other player in the NFL. I've never seen a skill position player fall down so much.
After all the jawing this week, Jair and Justin, no targets here at the start of the game.
No, and you'll see the double team up there. So you're going to put Alexander on him. I mean, what Jefferson has done to start his career, it's literally in Randy Moss territory only, and he's winning. Through his first 3 seasons, he's got the most yards in NFL history. Randy Moss is 2. There's a bunch of other stats like that as you see Alexander on him.
Oh, drop snap. But Dalvin Cook picked it up and actually got about 6 yards.
That was a
Oh, my God.
shot by Cousins picking up the snap. And let's go down to Tracy.
Jim, we saw Vikings backup center Austin Schlottman get hurt on that last drive. He could not put any weight on that left foot. It is an ankle injury. They are evaluating him in the locker room. He is questionable to return.
And again, they're so anxious to get Bradbury back, who's been
3rd and 3. They got lucky on the second down.
car accident suffered right after they gave it
Heads
his-
up play by Cook. Saved Cousins' ass.
This is huge because we talked to Cousin. He has 6 different silent cadences. Well, that's hard when you go to the 3rd screen. He might not know them all.
No kidding. So
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Cousins through the pressure. Hawkinson drops it.
The circus catch by Hawkinson.
It was a little long, but catchable.
Out for Minnesota.
Green Bay's defense bringing it.
Cousins standing in under pressure, and it's just
Make the catch.
out of the reach of Hawkinson there. Savage with pretty good D, but this has been another reason why Minnesota is very difficult to deal with. We know about really the big
The Hawkinson especially tripped and fell on one play and then dropped a pass on another.
But now you go and get that trade, which I thought they did a great job.
It's his signature move. The hat trick will be the fumble.
He's been huge since the trade 2 months ago.
Almost had a block punt going the other way. It's not a good one.
Nixon picking it up.
Picks it up on a bounce.
He's covered up by
Ball's bouncing in weird ways in this game.
Kicking into that special gear. Aaron Rodgers coming back onto the field. He's got the lead. Doesn't have a first down, but got a lead 7-3.
Yeah, welcome to the game, Aaron. Whopper, 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 whopper. I'm so glad I don't have to hear this commercial. Feel sorry for everybody that does. Gives me 2015 NASCAR playoff vibes when they were playing that fucking Chevrolet commercial with the Kid Rock song over and over. I was born free. Shit got so old. I was like, bring back the narwhals. I'm tired of hearing Kid Rock. Remember how I pointed out that in this Dak Prescott commercial, the jersey used to be blue, but they changed the color of it, probably because the Cowboys were like, hey, that's a little too blue. You better pay us. Never mind, we'll change the jersey to purple. Hawkinson will have a lot of great games, but every time I fucking watch him, he's tripping and falling or something. I like Hawkinson. Had him in fantasy one year. So obviously I think highly of him, generally. Told you guys what my plan is later. I'm going to bed after this game and DVRing the Ravens and Steelers so I can watch that boring shit commercial free when I'm actually awake and not sleep deprived.
This Vikings offensive line will be under close inspection as we now hear Schloten has been ruled out for the game.
It's an edge for Green Bay there. The offensive line's getting weaker for Minnesota.
Chris Reed will go the rest of the way.
Everybody's getting decent pressure so far.
The Packers toss it.
There's Aaron Jones. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me take this fucking phone call.
For multiple reasons. One, you saw great job. Watch this whole right side of the line. They got to get over there. So when you talk about a center having to do his job, well, you just saw Myers seal that edge, and then you're able to get out wide. And that's why when you talk about how big it is having that third string, you're going on the road, you got a veteran quarterback, he can go, hey, I'm going to clap, I'm going to lift my knee up on one, it's on two, it's on 2.5 with a point. It's all these things. Well, that's hard now for a guy who hasn't been there all week.
After a 15-yard gain, we go basically to the same play, tossing it out to the right side there. And Jones to the arms of Slayton. We got an update. Let's go to New York.
Seattle still with a shot. Gino starting strong.
Let Gino cook right here. He finds Tyler Mabry. Hooks it up and gets in the end zone for the touchdown. Seahawks all over the Jets in this one, 17-3.
Jim Nance, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson.
All right, thank you, JB and Nate. There is The first-year coach who has never been a dull moment, that's for sure.
I like him. He's an outstanding football coach. What he's done this year, really impressive.
Second and one. A 15-yard run, a 9-yard run. This time they'll go for Jones. We saw that Jets update. The Jets need to win and need some help on top of it, with New England winning earlier today against Miami. Now New England goes into Week 18 controlling its destiny. Will we be playing at Buffalo in Week 18?
And that's not where you want to go to get in. Remember, last year, Buffalo, they didn't punt.
That's exactly right.
Against New England in the playoff game. And in the regular season, they went like 3 or 4 games without it. But we'll see.
Third and one. A.J. Dillon comes in for the Packers. This time he tosses it to the other side. He gets around Zadarius Smith, the former teammate.
They stuffed him.
Good stand those last 2 snaps by the Vikings defense as the secondary, including Shelley again, make the play. And they're going to go for it.
Yeah, and this is where everyone's going to be like 3rd and 1. And it's just a great job of making him extend out by Smith on that play. And that's the thing. Ooh, here we go. You said it. They're going for it.
Yep.
Minnesota did stop them last time they played. On 3rd and short, 4th and short, like we talked about. Maybe a timeout coming here.
That was week 1 at Minnesota. The Vikings, the only game they won that was not a one-score game, 23-7. Timeout called by Green Bay. We showed you what's at stake for Green Bay, what they must do. Now for Coach O'Connell and the Vikings, they've already clinched the division. It's been in the safe for a couple of weeks, but it can finish as high as a 1 seed.
It's realistic now. Like, truly, they win today. I mean, everyone thinks Philly was just going to win. They've lost 2 games in a row, and I know they didn't have their quarterback, but there's no guarantee he's back next week. They've played that close to the vest, right? Okay, are we resting him a little bit? Is it, would he play if it was a playoff game? Because now, that 1 seed and that 2 seed, you talked about it, the 2 seed's almost been undervalued.
Yeah, it's trying to hold off the 49ers from the 2.
You can't go into Philly and go into San Francisco, right? You got to have one of them at home. And that's Dallas. I mean, all these scenarios, it's crazy. There's so many good teams.
4th and 1. Here we go.
4th and 1.
Play action.
Play action on 4th and 1. Oh, my God. That's not a fumble. That's incomplete. Oh, my God.
Vikings defense, and Jordan Hicks comes up with a recovery, but it was Dalvin Tomlinson who absolutely forced it.
This is unbelievable all the way around. The Packers go.
They go on 4th and 1 and don't run the ball. I was watching, by the way. I just had to be on the fucking phone with somebody who wouldn't stop fucking calling.
Some guys not everyone knows about, but he's down there.
The
Quarterback was down by quite a sack. That was just not a good play call in that situation. With those running backs, I know it's Aaron Rodgers, but damn.
Possession, it's close. It's 4th down. I think it's down.
That's a sack, down by contact, turnover on downs. Really dumb play call. And Rodgers made a poor decision hanging on to it for eternity. Trying to do the Mahomes.
Well, they ruled that was not a fumble. They ruled that he was down. It goes in the books as a 16-yard sack. So, from the 45.
Packers minus 15 passing yards. Vikings on a short field again. Not as short as the last one. Hawkinson with another drop.
Never had a chance to make the football move. That was Quay Walker who made contact with him.
And this is one of the big reasons why Green Bay, I think, has a chance to keep going. Walker, watch him. He's just sitting back, eyes on the quarterback, and comes flying in their 1st-round pick. Go ahead and watch right here. Walker's going to come flying in from this side right there. And that's where
Kittle is having a great second half of the year. Need him to have a great game today. Finish off that parlay for me.
He's not a rookie anymore.
2nd and 10.
Cousins going up top. Oh, Jefferson made a nice adjustment, but Jair Alexander didn't allow it. Don't get a taunting penalty.
Jefferson, take that, he says. You're not the only
Jefferson came back to this ball like we've seen him do a million times, and Alexander just said, nope.
They wanted to see a gritty at some point, and they got it.
But you didn't know it was going to come from Alexander.
I don't think they care. They just want to see it. They love it. And this is a budding rivalry.
I got to admit, the gritty I'll tolerate. Dabbing was fucking stupid, but the gritty actually requires a little bit of skill. And to show you that it requires skill, go watch Mike Jasicki's attempt at a gritty. It's not good. 3rd and 10. Packers defense trying to bail him out on a short field again. Oh, hit as he throws. Caught by Hawkinson. About 3 yards short of the first. 4th down. I'd probably go for this. It's that kind of game, I feel like.
Just keeping the offense out there.
Yeah, I like that's right in that situation. Go ahead and run that and pause it right here. Right now, Cousins is trying to see if he can get this income, but the safety's going to come down. So now that double team on Jefferson, it's a good job finding someone really late. And that's why someone else is going to have to step up on key downs.
Well, Green Bay went for it, failed, backfired, but now will the Vikings be able to cash in? They've got to get 2. They shift Jefferson to a slot to the right side.
4th and 3, over the middle, incomplete, intercepted. Never mind. It was going to the ground, and Savage picked it off. Ooh, what a run back. He's at the 40, 30 with blockers. 20, 10, touchdown Green Bay. And another offensive lineman down for the Vikings.
Unbelievable. What a job by Douglas. Douglas has to step up big in this game, and I talked about it earlier. He's the guy who's going to be one-on-one with the second option. Hawkinson, he's already stopped him multiple times. And right
I thought it was incomplete going to the ground, but oh.
And then Savage. And this
The accelerate. Savage is fast. Osborne did a terrible job trying to tackle him.
And that's where everyone gets into their blocking technique.
Yeah, Preston Smith made sure Cousins never got close, shoved him off balance, and Savage, who had been demoted, had been benched for Rudy Ford a couple of games ago, but played an important role last week. Started to see more snaps again for the first-round pick.
14-3 Green Bay. Minus 15 passing yards, but an 11-point lead. This is unreal. Playoffs are going to be nuts.
Savage's first career touchdown.
This is crazy, man. What a game. Next to last game of the year. Can't hold anything back now. Of course, if you don't win this game, it's the last game of the year that matters to you. NFL's loving this stuff. There's all kinds of crazy shit going on today and next week. I hope the 2 games on Saturday on ESPN have playoff significance. They probably won't, though. They'll try to save all those for Sunday. Cowboys fans are nervous. Green Bay and San Francisco in the playoffs. Cowboys and Tom Brady. They won't be able to avoid both of those other teams.
Is sponsored by the all-new Honda CR-V and CR-V Hybrid. And by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
125th meeting between these rivals that first met in 1961, first year of the Vikings franchise. The coaches were Norm Van Brocklin and Vince Lombardi. The quarterbacks, Fran Tarkenton and Bart Starr.
Any legends in that?
Goodness. Here's the run back on the way.
Minnesota trying to make a play on special teams now. And they will. Almost got to the 40.
And he gets it near the 40. Fine run back. 39-yard run back. How about Green Bay as the first team since the Bucks of 07 with a kick return and an interception return in the first quarter of the game. This was for Nixon, his first career touchdown. And as I said going to break, Savage gets his first career score off the deflection and the run back from 75 yards.
And give defensive coordinator Joe Barry credit, Matt LaFleur. What they've done this year is kind of switch up from what they did early in the year. And this is what the best teams do. They adapt, right? And you have to improve. And teams are really gashing them in their quarters, match coverages. Now, vision on the quarterback. This is why the turnovers are coming. Guys are looking at the quarterback. They're not just trying to guard their guy fully. Then they watch, and they're getting a lot of interceptions.
They go to Cook, who's destroyed about 3 yards short of the line.
The first to get to him.
Well, you should be excited if you're a Packer fan because the last 3 games held teams under 21 points. I've talked about the turnovers, but truly, this defense is rounding into form.
Shout out to the Packers for trying to make my preseason playoff predictions more correct. I said the Vikings and Packers would both make it. Back in late August, I said that.
O'Neal was out. Udo has come in. So now they're down 2 of their 5 on the offensive front. We'll get a report as soon as we know anything about O'Neal.
Well, I imagine it's going to be running after.
Pass.
Incomplete. Cousins is 1 of 9 for 8 yards and a pick 6.
Tracy, all yours.
Jim, you mentioned it already without their backup center, Austin Schlottman, who is out in the locker room with an ankle injury. And now their right tackle, Brian O'Neal, he has a calf injury. He's in the blue tent and is questionable to return.
Wow, I bet, Tracy, when you have to run as a big tackle on an interception, all of a sudden, real quickly, they're not used to running 70 yards at full speed. Something can happen. Hamstring calf, you never know. Hopefully he's okay.
3rd and 11.
Cousins.
No pressure on Cousins this time, but nobody's open. Now he's going to run into the pressure if he's not careful. Cousins going to run a 3rd and 11 and get it. If everybody's covered, the quarterback's not. So if he can get past the pressure, he can make a play. Even if you're white and unathletic like Kirk Cousins.
Showing up weekly, he just has made great decisions, and he's actually kept his team in games, and then he has that ability to figure it out at the end. I mean, Jim, these last 5 years, he's first in yards, first in touchdowns. He's playing outstanding.
Hasn't missed a game because of injury since 2015. Did miss the game here last year because of COVID.
Screen to Cook. Blockers. First down.
To inside the 30. Wes Phillips, the offensive coordinator, the grandson of Bud Phillips and son of the great Wade Phillips. That goes for 16.
You talk about it. Good job. Look at this. It looks like it's a play action. Back up out of there. Nope, it's a screen. And that's what you talked about. Wes Phillips, one of the rising stars that are game as a coach, offensive coordinator. Him and O'Connell come up with great plans every week, and there's another one.
That 19-yard run by Cousins 2 plays ago, his longest scramble of the season. On first down, it's Cook carrying the defender with him, Campbell, but it's a gain of about 4. And this is where Wes Phillips.
The Vikings are down 2 offensive linemen.
Put into action. I mean, you're talking about
That's 3 now because they're starting center.
3, yeah.
They're back up, and now O'Neal.
Yeah.
They're really 4 guys deep now.
Ways going. They might have to charge up that cart a little bit.
Jeanette. So they got to get a charger for the cart. They're down.
Well, I I think this might have been intercepted. It actually gets tipped, but Alexander's doing an outstanding job, and nobody can guard Jefferson. Watch the left side of your screen. It's going to come right
So
into you.
Romo says the deflection spared Cousins another pick here, and it did. Oh, yeah. Alexander was cutting in. He was going to pick that off. It was either going to float to Savage or Alexander was going to jump in front of it.
It wasn't there, that's for sure. Slayton deflected it.
So maybe a little break there for the Vikings.
Alexander says, where's Jefferson? I go over there and guard him. So far, he's winning this matchup. That's why he's doing the griddle.
Play clock, 0, delay game.
Gritty. And let's check the flag on a 3rd and 6.
We talked about the snap count. You want to know how hard that is to get everyone on the same page when you're on your 3rd center?
Prior to the false start, delay of game, offense, number 8, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Look at Cousins' jersey. It's filthy.
Cousins is like, here we go. Come on. Snap it. This is the snap count. Come on. He's not saying, good job, guys. Good job. Good job. No, he's saying, snap the ball. So that was the snap count there was 15 claps. On the 15th, you snap it. I just waited to the 16th.
Now push back to the 29.
Trying to see, no one's running in motion. You get the back, motion them down, all of a sudden you know.
3rd and 11.
Starting out with 4.
Good protection. Throws it short.
Comes to Cook. Look at
And
this.
Cook's not getting through that.
Surrounded.
Holy hell.
Hold him to 1. And that'll bring out Joseph.
Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. The adjustments that Joe Barry's made. Right here, Kirk Cousins, before these guys wouldn't be looking at him. Now everyone has eyes on him. So now you can all rally to the ball and keep the cup, keep the player basically inside that little circle and don't let him get out. Outstanding technique.
46-yard attempt. We're hearing O'Neal
Shank it.
officially out for the rest of the game. Jordan Shortman is out for the rest of the game. Here's Joseph, 46.
And it's no good. Wide right.
He had made his last
Special teams, special teams, special teams.
And the Vikings come up empty.
What a first quarter.
Still in the first. Wild action at Lambeau.
This is real. I've been saying that all day about some of these playoff and clinch scenarios here at the end of the year. It's like, yep, believe it or not, this is real. Check these messages after I get done streaming. However long I'm awake after. I gotta remember I'm gonna set the Ravens and Steelers to record because I do want to watch it, but I know I'm not gonna be able to stay awake during it. So record because it might be a good game because it's fucking Steelers and Ravens, and we'll go from there. All right, cool. Set it to record while I was remembering. Oh man, House Party. It's going to make House Party 2 look like House Party 3. Remember Jan Silent Bob Strike Back? This is about to make House Party look like House Party 2 or House Party 3. Shut the fuck up. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck am I? I'm Shakaluka King. That's who the fuck I am.
Was first time since the season of Super Bowl II, which the Packers won over the Raiders. That the Packers have had both a kickoff return and
really can't help but cheer for the Packers here. I slacked off on listening to Aaron Rodgers Tuesday. I might have to start listening again.
Super Bowls played. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Wide of the mark. Now,
Rodgers a little out of sorts in this game so far, but everything else is going well.
How about that oddity? Inside the NFL, the show The Pros Watch Tuesday, streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
You'll take that as a quarterback. Obviously, you want more, but it's literally like, we just want to win. That's all that matters. And, you know, this little winning streak to get them back in it, right? It started in that fourth quarter. They were down
At Chicago.
And that looked like the season was over. Maybe they go to Love to give a look at him and help Rodgers heal up. I mean, who knows?
Completely different story. They did what the Vikings have done all year. Came back big in the fourth quarter.
One up top. Ooh, Watson's open and Rodgers missed him. God damn it.
Who's got the speed? It's hard to overthrow him. Shelly on the coverage.
Yeah, I think Shelly got away with a pass interference. It's a up at the top of the screen. Slant. Nope. Gone. Yeah, he held him there. That should have been a PI.
Watson would love to make.
So, yeah, Rodgers didn't miss. There was a bit of a hold or something there.
He got dropped and he lost his confidence. It took a while for him to get stable, but since he has...
Well, it's hard to have confidence when your fucking quarterback's running you down in front of everybody, but, you know, you live and you learn.
Really, the production he's had has been wide as team can win.
3rd and 10.
Lazard been making a lot of plays lately.
Second first down.
Lazard's been really reliable.
Green Bay.
Yeah, and Lazard has really, been that security blanket, I would say, and this is why it's like, okay, Lazard is playing really good football. He's great, by the way. He's one of the best blocking wide receivers in the NFL. He does all the dirty work, and he knows the game. He gets in those, little soft holes perfectly like you saw there, and he's got size. I mean, if Watson's running and he keeps improving, and you got Dobbs, it's better than you think, right?
75% of the Lazard's catches this year have gone for the first down or a touchdown. Let's dig in.
5-yard run there. They could end the quarter if they wanted to. I would. Touchdown Chargers with basically nothing to play for. They're up by 11 on the Rams.
Defensive ends and block them and then get out on the edge for screen game. You can do so much stuff. And you see right here, I mean, this is big boy stuff. And that's why I think Green Bay runs it, at their best on the edge because of him. He literally gets an extra blocker, almost like you have another tight end.
They can end the quarter or run another play. He's going to try to draw them off. Oh, no, they're going to run a play. Wow. Fake a reverse. And Watson's open. It's a little underthrown. Allowed the defender to close in and make a play. Crowd wants a flag. Seattle just lost their best linebacker. Well, it's okay. They're not making the playoffs anyway. Just now got to the end of the first quarter. Jeez. Trying to catch up on social media during this commercial. Can't believe I got a good 5 hours to myself today. Imagine that. One more day off tomorrow before it's back to bullshit. Yo, they're making a NASCAR Lego set. We'll have to get into the Lego game.
First quarter, not a lot of offense on either side, but 2 return touchdowns for Green Bay. And the Packers
Green Bay still minus 1 passing yards with an 11-point lead.
At the Minnesota 46.
3rd and 6. Lazard on a slant. First down. Watson's the deep threat. Lazard is the 3rd down guy. Intermediate throws. Who's that other guy? Dobbs, ain't that his last name?
Perfect. Lazard having career highs in receiving this year.
Well, Packers blow them out so I can go to bed early. I'm not that exhausted, but it feel really good to lay down sooner than later.
Back in 2018, boy, they developed him into a reliable part of this offense.
Career high in yards and receptions, and he blocks well.
First down. Fake to Jones. Now they'll throw it past him.
Do you want 2 guys next to each other?
I thought it was going to Jones, but it was DeGuara.
DeGuara.
Back to New York.
DeGuara, the next generation.
Excellent Eckler.
That's right.
DeGuara, ha.
Check this out.
Look at the Chargers. Simple powder blue jerseys, white pants. No fucking bright yellow shit getting in the way. That's peak Charger uniform right there. Chargers have great uniforms.
Back to Jim Nance.
All right, fellas, not the same Rams team we saw on Christmas Day, but the Chargers looking good late in the year.
The Rams on Christmas put up 51. I regret not watching that game.
They got Joey Bosa back, too.
Aaron Jones, first down, gain of 9.
First down as he goes for about 9.
I watched it earlier in the year in the first 2 weeks. When Bosa and Mack were both healthy, you're able to play shell defense coverage that's almost like today. You can keep eyes on the quarterback, be softer, and still get to the quarterback without having to apply pressure. And I'll tell you right now, if he gets to full strength, and he plays and nothing else happens, you don't want to see the Chargers. They got a great quarterback, and they've got an unbelievably formidable edge. 2 guys that are going to rival anyone else in the league. Now, obviously, there's a top-heavy teams that are incredible. They'll have to play great to win, but they could.
Save the tape, folks. You heard it here from Romo Stradamus.
Toss to Jones. Romo Stradamus. Gain of 7. Getting Jones rolling. More of that. Especially when you get this 18-point lead here if you finish this drive.
Pick up that yardage.
Well, this is when you get Mercedes Lewis, 89 right there, and then you see 13 Lazard right there. Those 2 guys, they're so, unique in that they're so physical and they really like blocking. And it's almost like they're putting 2 good guards next to each other so you can go ahead and get holes. And that's why their outside run game is so hard to deal with.
Mercedes Lewis playing his 250th career game. Big part of the offense last week, getting a touchdown. 2nd and 3.
Jones, first down, 1st and goal, still going down to the 6.
That was Randall Cobb, who also threw a good block. Gain of 10.
Oh my God, Randall Cobb's in the game. Randall Cobb, a.k.a. waste of a roster spot. Can they, if Rodgers pulls their asses to the playoffs, and especially if they win a playoff game, draft that man a receiver in the 1st round next year, please. Draft him one, sign him one, do something. I know Watson's developing, but Cobb's not going to stay around. Need a little more oomph. Just a little bit. And depth is important too. Dylan, damn. It's as impressive a 2-yard run as you'll ever see.
That's huge, though. The difference between getting stopped for 1 or 3 or 4 there is like you can come back and run it, whereas when you got 5 or 6 yards, you're not gonna. The defense knows that.
How about you get late in the season and it's like the Green Bay, the cold weather, and all of a sudden they just kind of rediscover the running game.
Green Bay's got a home game today and next week.
Jones is as good a weapon as anybody has, and it's like sometimes you got to.
Green Bay, everything's going their way, and they get to end the year with 2 home games.
Is to run it. So you got to practice it, and you got to do it in the game.
Against teams that pulled one over on them early in the year, so they're out for blood. Little toss to Dylan. Darius Smith holds him to a gain of 1.
He was waiting for him. He was released. cap move after last season by Green Bay, and he was injured with a back most of last year. Played only one regular season game, one post-season game, but he's been quite a boost for this Vikings defense.
Oh gosh, he was so disruptive in week 1. I was like, oh, defensive player of the year starting off so far, him, Parsons. And then, sometimes he gets a little bit trying to get up and get a sack.
3rd and goal at the 4.
Sometimes, but he's such a difference maker. They move him around a ton, get the matchup.
3rd and goal, 13th play of this drive.
Oh, Rodgers missed Lazard. Needed to be a little more inside there. Take the field goal. Take the field goal.
This happens. Watch the D lineman right here.
Yeah, Sammy Watkins was hurt all year, and now he's with Baltimore.
Is why Rodgers couldn't throw it right.
Yeah, they drafted 3 receivers, but they need to go high first round. Packers are going for this.
Outside the 3-yard line.
Well, as good as their defense is playing, I don't blame them for pushing the issue. Nah, they're not going to do this. Not a chance. Nah. Take the delay, kick the field goal. It's all good.
We need to take the timeout that close.
Take the delay. It doesn't
change anything.
I really think that was very smart. I've always said, does it change anything to kick it from the 4 or the 9 for a kicker? The 3 or the 8? It's no. So the idea is try and get them off sides. And if you do, you're lucky, you go for it.
I'd love to know what Harrison Smith and Aaron Rodgers just had to say in that exchange. These two who have tangled so many times. Smith in his 11th year. Of course, this is year 18 for Aaron. They battled each other twice a year all these years. Crosby coming out. 26 yards. And that kick is good.
17-3. Waiting for signs of life from the Vikings.
Yes, it is.
Why's my chair so squeaky? It's a new chair. Remember how good the 2008 NFL season was when Tom Brady didn't play because he had his leg broken? I mean, I don't want him to get a broken leg, but it was nice when he wasn't there, even though I didn't really dislike him. I didn't start really disliking him until like maybe his last year in New England. I was like, all right, dude, time to fuck off. And then he became a fucking team hopper now. Like he's an NBA player. Hold on, I gotta check Skip's Twitter and see him coming in his pants over Brady finally having a good game this year. Definitely Brady's best game of the year today. Oh, Skip's typing in all caps about how the Cowboys are going to get the 1 seed. And avoid. He's like, we're going to avoid Brady. I hope not.
Yards out. A great visit with Harrison Smith yesterday.
As a football player through and through, oh man, I like Harrison. He's awesome.
Crosby's kick. So go to about the 2.
Ooh, a Vikings kick return. What happens here? Not a lot.
Mark it just short of the 30. Earlier during the holidays,
Touchdown Raiders.
led a team of Packers.
Can't wait for them to get a 2-score lead and blow it in the second half. And then they can't blame it on Derek Carr this week.
I'm still here Foundation assisting.
Derek Carr is not the problem, but he's not the solution either.
Adrian was joined by Jair Alexander, Rudy Ford, Dennis Gaines, Tyreek Carpenter. Great work.
Raiders fans spent all those years waiting for Al Davis to die, and then his dumbass son takes over. Now they're going to be waiting for him to die for another 20 or 30 years.
Basically nothing. Cousins 3 out of 12, 25 yards. Jefferson without a catch.
So much of it is really the scheme change, getting the eyes on, and then changing up.
I remember the day Al Davis died. I was like, damn, that's pretty sad. And I said, well, maybe the Raiders have a shot to be good now. And they did improve. Jarrett Stidham.
You know the drill. Quarterbacks throw it into the garbage can. This is why they do it.
It must be nice to have Devontae Adams.
For the touchdown. The Raiders, they lead 17.
And Darren Waller back. He's been back for a couple of weeks.
All right, guys. Of course, they remember number 17 for the Raiders around these parts.
2nd and 1. They go to Cook. Shakes a couple tackles and gets a first.
Picks up the first down. And that matchup has been something to watch.
It has, and right now Alexander's getting the best of him. Quick jumps him real quick on the press.
The Vikings and Packers, if the Packers make the playoffs, have a strong chance of playing each other again. I think Carr would be a good fit with the Jets. I wouldn't mind having him in Atlanta, personally.
Part of the act for Jefferson.
But at the same time, is he damaged goods at this point? Or is he a Stafford waiting to happen? False start, everybody but the center.
It was going to be a huge issue. Kirk Cousins right now.
Number 72, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So what happens is Kenny Clark gets off the ball quickly. He always does. He always has against Minnesota. They know that. So they have all these cadences and silent counts and all these different things. Well, if I'm the coach right now for the Vikings, I'm saying, Cousins, stop it. Just go on 1 or go on 2, but nothing. I don't need the 6 different cadences that we have. We're on the 3rd string center. We can't have these minus plays on the road.
What if the Packers wind up having to play the 49ers in the playoffs? That's a possibility as well. And a flag in the backfield. Or Jair Alexander's feeling himself today. I don't blame him.
Hold on, 72 Cleveland for the Vikings. You can see that one pretty quickly. And
Holding, number 72, offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Tracy, down to you.
Jim, it's been interesting watching both Jair Alexander and Justin Jefferson down here on the sideline. Definite frustration by Jefferson as he came over after that last drive and threw his helmet down. Kevin O'Connell needed to talk him through it. On the other side, he is feeling it. Alexander walking up and down the sideline saying, I am locked in on him. I am locked.
They just put it out. Jair Alexander's like really feeling it. I noticed that too. Body language. He's got the swagger right now. Hawkinson didn't fall over. Yeah, you know, after the way things have worked out for the Colts, I almost hesitate to go after veteran quarterbacks with more than like 7 or 8 years experience, but I think that'd be good for the Jets. I give the Jets permission. The Colts have me a little gun shy on doing that. Hawkinson over the middle again.
13-catch game against the Giants.
3rd down.
A couple of touchdowns, not only career high, but that was a Vikings record for a tight end with 13 catches. He's had 52 catches in 8 games as a Viking coming in here. And you said it. You probably have to consider him the second option.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
he's been here.
His 8 games since he's been there, he's got beating all the tight ends in the league and everything except Kelsey, right? No one beats him. But you see right there, I mean, it's really a formidable unit they have all the way around.
3rd and 4. No catches.
And confidently, I'd usually say this is going to Jefferson. Now I'm not so sure. timeout Minnesota, and they got lucky. The ball got snapped over everybody's head.
Goes back and scoops up the ball. Timeout first. Back in 30 after this from Progressive Insurance.
Jim Nance loves Progressive. He sounded so hopped.
Looking for the right call here on 3rd and 4 with 6.5 to go in the first half.
So far, too many mistakes, and this is why communication is so big.
0 receptions by Vikings wide receivers so far in this game.
And the tackle, and the quarterback communicates to the other guys, and then you get on the same page. Well, I think this snap count right here is.
Watch Jefferson and Jair Alexander, bottom of the screen. Cousins looks the other way and finds. Damn! That's going to be a penalty on Green Bay. Fucking sidewalk slam there. Kevin Nash would have been proud of that one. Does it look like more like a Uranagi, a standing Uranagi? Look at this.
Trying to tear him apart.
Yeah, you can't body slam. So it's basically that second part. They want to protect him once they're going down. You can't push your weight and do everything. It's just unnecessary roughness. But I think they call it like burp and slam or something. It's a cool little term. But that's, you see the physical nature of Walker there. But that's
burp and slam.
Silly penalty.
I would think it'd be slam and burp.
Shut up, Jim.
You're burping on this?
Yes, what it is. 1st and 10.
Oh, batted up and intercepted by Adrian Amos. Oh, boy, this one might go all the way. Oh, the offensive lineman just chipped him out of bounds.
This, I can't give enough credit. I keep saying it. What Joe Barry
The Vikings are not going to win this game. Too many turnovers.
When there's a tip ball or when a ball's a little off and the pressure gets up into the quarterback's face, things happen and they go your way.
Jair Alexander broke off and went after Thielen there. Been shadowing Jefferson all day. Tough day for old Kirk. He's getting ready for the playoffs. He's getting started early.
5G. Fast, reliable, secure. Bud Light reminds you to drink responsibly. And by Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Pizza Pizza.
26-yard return. They have 101 yards on the 2 picks in return yardage. And Justin Jefferson, Tracy just sent up word, is changing his cleats. You saw him slip on that last pass play. So he's still without a reception.
Yeah, Thielen doing the same thing. And here's what happens. Kevin O'Connell knew this. He took him outside to practice. And he says they slippery around the 30 or 20.
Well, you saw it right there. There's Dylan.
There's a good run, 6 yards. Not a lot to talk about, really. The Vikings stink right now.
There's a little frustration here as you watch it.
Alexander, and then Jefferson so mad. Oh, elbow right to the back of the ref. He did not like that one. Watch. Accidental. Ooh.
Jefferson almost took a referee's head off.
He wasn't looking at it because that would have been a penalty. But that's frustration can happen. Everyone's a great competitor. We got to keep your composure. And
Rodgers isn't exactly setting the world on fire, but he doesn't need to. Kirk Cousins is collapsing so fucking hard. If he was a building, it would be considered a terrorist attack. Golden opportunity to steal the 1 seed. The Eagles lost.
There's Jones. Nice
3rd and inches here. Vikings are shitting all over themselves.
Jefferson in the first game. Granted, that was at U.S. Bank Stadium indoors, perfect conditions. It was 9 for 184 and 2 touchdowns. And scored a touchdown on the first possession for the Vikings season.
Yeah, but almost all the big plays, Alexander was not a part of any of those.
It's a different scheme.
Different. And Alexander is living up to the offseason. At the time, he had the richest contract at his position in NFL history. He's lived up to it. Alexander is showing you, when you pay people a lot of money like that, sometimes they go away.
3rd inches, they run a little toss to Jones. Love this play, and it worked beautifully. Down near the 20. Packers fans can't believe this. Like I said, the Eagles game is where I wrote the Packers off. I'm like, yeah, they're done.
You're going to see right there, right here, these guys are going to get to the edge. And Mercedes Lewis, 1 guy, 2 guy. And then there's a huge hole coming in at the end.
Well, it was Aaron Rodgers who was quick to tell us when we spoke with him this week that Aaron Jones has been less than 100% for the last month, battling ankle and knee issues. They only got 8 touches last week. He's got 9 carries for 90 in this one after that 31-yard run.
And this is how you're going to win in the postseason.
Dylan outside for just a while. And Hunter's
flag down.
We'll check the marker.
Holding. Number
Holding on
76.
Green Bay.
Offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
John Runyon.
John Runyon's kid.
Halftime report coming up with JB.
Remember Runyon?
Nate, Boomer, Coach Cower, all the latest scores and highlights. Coming up on the Verizon halftime report. Well, he had a very reflective Aaron Rodgers in our meeting with him this week, and he was just talking about how, humility in your life, sometimes it can, really help.
Drugs are good for humility, right, Aaron Rodgers?
For the whole journey, but he cited Aaron was one of the most consistent players for the Packers all season long.
Toughest throw I've seen Rodgers make today.
21.
And that's Shelley, who's scrappy's come on, very competitive. We talked about him earlier. But right now, this is a huge possession. I know Minnesota comes back more than anybody else. I mean, they've got 10 come from behind victories.
Yeah. An 11-1 score victory.
Yeah, I mean, 10 is tied for the most ever. 8 fourth quarter comeback wins, most all time.
What's for dinner? Oh, that I guess the Zaxby's was the dinner. And the pumpkin pie was whatever. I'm probably not eating anything else till tomorrow. Rodgers. Touchdown, Robert Tonyan. I was going to say Tonyan's not made much of an impact this year. There he is. Detroit, Green Bay, game of the century next week.
Just an outstanding job. Go ahead. Here's Tonyan. But I want you to watch the pocket of Rodgers. I'm going to pause it here. Right there. He's now reset the pocket, and there he is, way up top.
Well, I know better than anybody not to quit on a Vikings game, so we're going to hang around well into the 3rd quarter, possibly the 4th. Just see how this goes. 24-3, Green Bay.
And the lead is 21.
Green Bay finally got it going on offense, and now they got a 21-point lead. Damn, what a throw. Look at that. I know the Packers have stunk most of the year, and I know the Bucs have stunk most of the year, but Rodgers and Brady squeaking into the playoffs. As I know they're going to, well, the Packers are going to be a wild card. The Bucs won their division, but really they're both wild cards when you think about it. That just throws a monkey wrench because you can't discount them no matter what, no matter how bad the teams have been all year. Probably take a nap later and wake up at like 2 in the morning. Starting to get tired. They just showed a NyQuil commercial. I feel like I've taken some.
Now, in the last 5 games at home against the Vikings, that's 13 touchdowns, no picks for Aaron Rodgers. And as we mentioned, 250 now at home at Lambeau with that touchdown pass to Tunyon.
Ooh, he has to field it from the 1.
Has to pick it up and go.
Hey, he gets across the 20. That's pretty good.
Something out of it to about the 23. So many big plays and miscues.
This is what the Vikings have been doing to other teams this year. Rich Bisaccia, great job on special teams, and then Savage with the interception, and then a missed field goal, and then a tip ball, eyes on. Jefferson falls down, frustration boiling over. Kirk Cousins, you've been behind a few times this year. This is the daunting task, and who would have thought you had a shot to win?
Have you grown, Kirk Cousins? Are you up to the task? Probably not. Probably going to turn it over some more. A swing pass. Osborne gets around the edge and gets a first down. Tempo here from the Vikings.
Because, Green Bay shut the run down early, Jim. Cook, 8 attempts, 21 yards. Well, now you're in obvious passing situations. You can't use all the play action stuff.
Alexander's on Thielen now. Cousins looking the other way, checks it down to Cook, who drops it. And he's a little shaken up.
You'll see, look downfield, check it down, a little slip of the foot right there, but eyes come off the ball. And that's really trying to turn and run before you got control of it.
And now with 2:06 to go. Second quarter.
Very different defenses. One defends the pass great. Green Bay doing better and better. The other one last.
There's the give to Madison. As you saw, Cook
Another body slam almost.
The 2-minute warning.
Oh, get me to halftime. I need a Powerade break.
Up 24-3, you're watching the NFL on CBS.
We decided it's time to...
I hate the fucking music in that stupid Home Depot commercial. Speaking of which, I didn't play any drums today. You know, I need to take a break for a day or so. Been playing every day, and now every time I play, the first little bit, my right shoulder feels like it's on fire. So, probably good to take a little break. Played for a few hours yesterday afternoon. That was the last time I played. Every time I come back and play, though, I'm a little better. Like, I'm completely comfortable with this kit. You know, part of playing is like, you instinctively start to, it's dumb to say, because, I mean, obviously the drums don't move. They're in the same place every time. But instinctively, you can just be like, yep, Tom's right there. Don't have to look. You know what I mean? You don't have to, like, search for the kit or hesitate and hope you're about to hit the right thing. Another crazy day. Really looking forward to the playoffs. All the wacky combinations and games we could end up with. If Cowboys-Bucks ends up being a playoff game, I hope it's the Monday nighter. Give Joe and Troy that one. So Troy doesn't bitch on the air again about what game he'd rather be calling. Ooh, put the Falcons on ESPN on Saturday so I can watch them lose to Tampa Bay or injure Tom Brady and ruin the Bucs playoffs. It's always a slim chance that could happen. Although the Falcons are dead last in sacks by a wide margin over the course of the last, 5 years, I think it was. We're 22 sacks behind the next team, which is the Raiders. So no wonder Brady never gets hurt or touched against Atlanta. When he does get touched, they just throw a flag on it. 3rd and 5. Over the middle. Oh! Thought it was going to end up intercepted, but Osborne tumbled and got upended.
Come on. And you know what's weird for these two teams, Jim? They're both really bad on defense at the end of the first half. Every time you go look at it, you're like...
Injury for the Packers.
Worst.
I'm going to assume it's a legitimate injury, but you never know. Faking injuries has been in fashion lately.
Matt LaFleur looking over with concern. Coming up again, the Verizon halftime report. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, and the coach. For all the scores and highlights, the latest playoff implications, coming up on the Verizon halftime report. Plus, of course, the other late games with Seattle still up 17-6 as they start the third out in Seattle. San Francisco down a field goal to Las Vegas. This NFC playoff picture, and it has gotten all of a sudden exciting with Hurts out and the Eagles losing to the Cowboys last week, the Saints today. The 1 seed is still in place. So
Cowboys Commies is a real big game next week.
Against San Francisco again, the tight one against the Raiders, currently in the 3 spot. Tampa today clinches the NFC South.
You saw that 0 reception.
That's a dad joke. Alex, that goes right up there with the I haven't seen you since last year, and you say it to somebody on New Year's.
Got about 7. Well, this is what teams have done to Green Bay, and they've got to shore this up if they're going to end up, A, making it to the playoffs, but B, doing anything there. You can't be the worst 2-minute defense. At the end of the first.
Yeah, why are the Packers so bad at the end of the half? Alexander's on Osborne. Oh, I thought that was going to be a pick. Hawkinson holds on.
Hawkinson after the reception at first down. Douglas knows he might have had nothing but daylight.
That's a big
throw,
staying in the pocket. and sending it, and that's the guy who's got to do it, I feel like. You can already tell they're doing a good job on Jefferson, who is one-on-one here with a backer.
Osborne out of bounds at the 30.
Getting a lot of opportunities with Jefferson shut down by this defense.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying, though. At the end of the half, it's like you got like 17 games, right? If you give up 8 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes to the other teams, it's like you should have the ball 8 of those at least. And it's like every time, and that's how Minnesota gets back in this game right now. Joe Barry deserves a ton of credit, though. He's done an outstanding job.
Minnesota's trying to make sure you stay tuned in the second half.
In the middle of the season, peaking at the right time.
Remember, Green Bay deferred at the top and will receive the second half kick. It's Jefferson in the slot to the left.
Cousins sacked out of field goal range.
All the way back at the 40-yard line.
It'd be a 58-yarder from there. It's third down.
And that was a great rush. You're looking with Gary out. You're like, who's going to come in and do that? This defense in the second half was as dominant as I've seen them up front last week against the Dolphins, creating havoc. And these interceptions, you got to remember, one of them was a tip ball. Another one, they were all over Cousins. And then right there, a sack. I mean, Green Bay is doing to Minnesota what Minnesota did to Green Bay in week 1, just dominating the line of scrimmage.
45th.
Can't wait for the rematch in the playoffs.
First time today.
I'm assuming it's going to happen. But you know what happens when you assume things? Detroit's like, hey, what the fuck? You're totally discounting us?
Because the running game, Cousins been hit going in this game 125 times already, the most since it was a stat in 2000. So he's carrying this team and taking a beating. He's going to have to do it again.
Jefferson at the bottom. Alexander shoves him at the line of scrimmage.
Screen. Into field goal range. It'd be about a 50-yarder.
You know, that puts you in an interesting position, right? It's like, score, do we go for this? Do we get points? You know, getting the points is huge.
Take the points if you can.
Simply because you need multiple things, right?
You're going to go for the points. You're going to go for the kick.
Yeah, I like that. I would probably kick it as well. If it was another 2-3
Go for the points and spare Cousins some more punishment. Look at his jersey.
You got to feel good.
All he's missing is some blood stains.
Watch this contact
right there.
Alexander.
Boom. That's just the quick, you know, first step, and all of a sudden the quick punch that surprises you. And that's been an issue I see today. Jefferson right now, Jefferson is having trouble with this surface, Jim. He's used to contorting his body and doing all these cool things, but he hasn't played outdoors since the Buffalo game in week November.
It's a while ago, and of course that's not.
It's different.
Miss this kick, the stadium's going to erupt.
Underneath it.
Yeah, the new cleats haven't made a difference since he changed. This from 50 for Joseph.
He missed it, wide left.
Missed it again.
That's 2 misses, long kicks.
Can it get any worse for them, Jim?
Can't imagine. They've lost.
And the Packers have 36 seconds. No timeouts, but they called their timeout on that 4th down there for a reason. They're going to try something here.
Reliable kicker has missed twice. They come in here with a chance to really get in the hunt for a 1 seed.
You're not kidding, and everything on the line. I mean, we know Green Bay, and all of a sudden you sit there and you look up. And for a team who's had a ton of what people would think are breaks here and there, they've really, it's completely gone opposite. I mean, I think Minnesota, this is how they've won this year. They don't get penalized very much. They're great at that. They have a really good turnover margin, and they're great in the 4th quarter.
You blew it. You had it all, and you blew it.
Terrible penalties.
What can the Packers do, if anything, here? Ugh, hit as he throws. Still caught. Spot. Got a spot it. 28, 27, 26. They're going to spot it or run a play. 22 seconds, 21 seconds. They're not going to spot it. 20 seconds, 19, 17, 16. All right, got to clock it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Long field goal attempt here for the Packers. They're just on the edge of their range.
Now here's what you're going to do. I told you they activated a second kicker. They're going to keep Crosby out there, even though they brought Ahmed up. Crosby has not made one beyond 50 this year. Ahmed was trying kicks from about this range during pregame warm-ups, but they're going to stay with Mason. In fact, Tracy quickly down the game.
I was watching Mason Crosby during pregame warm-ups. He did not try a kick this far in warm-ups, guys.
It's 56 yards.
56 yards. It's cold. He can make it.
56 to close out the half.
Drilled it. Is it long enough? Oh, it is. It hit the crossbar and went through. 27-3 at the half. I'm telling you, the Packers are getting hot at the perfect time. Boing. That's beautiful. The Vikings are depressed. They're losing the 1 seed, and they don't want to let the Packers in the playoffs. If this is how you play against them, you damn sure don't want to see them. Let me go get a Powerade to cope with this. I'm back. Yeah, that was a hell of a first half. Packers scare me all of a sudden. I've been saying, like, Brady squeaks in the playoffs, Rodgers does too. You better watch the fuck out for both of them. Better watch the fuck out. Somebody photoshopped Derek Carr and Russell Wilson into XFL uniforms, and it says soon. Packers are kicking ass, but I also just love how they've caught every break they've needed to catch to get to this point. They're doing their part. They deserve where they are. They're earning it, but it's so funny how it's like, man, the Commanders suck again. The Seahawks suck again. The Lions didn't, keep on their hot streak in the middle of the year. plug my phone up, make sure it's going to charge. These chargers are funky. This chair keeps squeaking. This chair wasn't squeaky when I first put it together. Uh-oh, phone doesn't want to charge. It sure ain't charging. It's not even registering that I'm plugged in a charger. Well, that's totally not annoying in any way. Like, seriously? I know this fucking phone charges, because it will. But every now and then it's just like, nope, there's no charger there. Gotta plug it in now, so I can go to bed later with a charged phone.
Welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. It is the network that America relies on. I'm James Brown, along with my
9 hours to charge now, it says, so it's still not charging.
To the highlights we go.
Yeah, Jared Stidham has lit up this Las Vegas Raider offense. You're going to see him right here. His third touchdown of the day. Get out to the left, roll left, and throw back to the middle. On Devontae Adams, shot too. 60 yards, and I'll tell you, he's rushed for 3 yards. He's infused a lot of energy in the offense. But I'll tell you, the 49ers.
Restart my fucking phone, so that helps.
Ago,
Damn, Raiders and 49ers in a shootout. Well, I don't know how the hell that's happening. Something's got to ruin my damn parlay. Geno Smith revenge game. That's why I picked Seattle.
2 touchdown passes. That one to Mabry. They leave 17-6, middle of the third quarter.
Here we go, the Rams at the Chargers. How about this? Austin Eckler breaks free.
Remember before the season started, people believed that the Rams-Chargers could have been a Super Bowl? In the NFL's wet dream, they'll get 2 LA teams in.
Chargers lead the Rams 17-10 at half.
All right, guys, AFC playoff picture as of right now because of the Patriots win today.
Cincinnati plays Buffalo tomorrow.
The Jets are still alive. Tennessee, of course, is still
Buffalo's
alive.
last chance to stay on track to get the 1 seed.
The number 1 seed. If they lose, they would fall to the number 3, and Cincinnati would be the number 2. Over in the NFC, Philadelphia, that 1 seed is still available for those 3 teams right below them, except for Tampa Bay. They're locked in at the number 4 spot. The Giants are locked in the number 6 spot. If Green Bay wins this game and also their next game, they will get the 7th spot.
And the Green Bay defense says Justin Jefferson was a fluke the first time. He does not have a catch in the first half. And what you're going to see right here, Rasul Douglas gets his hands on it. Darnell Savage will pick it up, and not just pick up, he finishes a 4th touchdown. And then you're going to see Kenny Clark getting there to get pressure on Kirk Cousins. TJ Slayton, again, getting up the throwing lane right there. And then on here, again, the pressure forces the high throw, batted up. Adrian Amos with the 2nd interception of the day.
My phone will not charge again. This is really fucking irritating.
Right now, and they are playing big-time football.
They sure are. When you watch the Green Bay defense, only 1 sack, but they are pushing the pocket big time. And Kirk Cousins,
now my phone's just lagging. It brought up the camera and froze on it. This thing is about to get fucking smashed, dude. I'm so tired of this piece of shit. And I don't want to have to pay for a new fucking phone. So can you please work a little while longer, phone? Work until my birthday when everybody feels sorry for me and gives me money.
They are smothering the wide receivers. You mentioned Justin Jefferson.
And I'll go get a fucking phone.
Also, Adam Thielen. Those are your 2 top receivers being held to the goose egg right now.
The only thing I will say about this is that Minnesota's been here before.
Yeah,
Boomer's right.
Really feels different.
This is a big before. By the way, how are you with the Rubik's Cube?
Remember when Dallas beat the shit out of them? Yeah, my phone's still not charging. It's just 6 hours to charge 40%. Like, really?
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. The network
Hate this thing. Can't see your comments. I'm fucking with the phone. So I don't even know if you are commenting. Probably not, because nobody's watching. All I want is this phone to fucking charge. Literally. That's all I want. So I can go to bed later with a charged phone. I don't like going to bed when the phone's not charged. Yay! Now it's charging. Let me get YouTube back up if I can, very carefully. The struggle of just trying to get this piece of shit to charge is unreal. Man, these drums are so nice. Like I said, they're a coffee table, and they're a microphone stand for my headset. All right, we're back in business. I can see comments again.
It's halftime in Green Bay with the score
27-3.
The Vikings 3.
Well, it's not a 33-point lead, so come on, Vikings. What's the big deal? Pick yourself up and win it.
On CBS.
Hey, fun fact. Did you know that coming into this week, Matt Ryan has a higher QBR than Aaron Rodgers for the season? The more you know. But yeah, Colts, go ahead and bench him and put Nick Foles out there. Go ahead. Derek Carr is better than Dak Prescott, and Matt Ryan has a higher QBR than Aaron Rodgers. Now I'm getting a black screen on CBS for some reason. Snap out of it.
Want more stats? Just ask Siri. Who leads the league in receiving yards?
Who gives a shit? It's Justin Jefferson, we know. Why did I unmute the shitty music?
The start to the new year has been for Green Bay as they've shut down the Vikings. Jefferson done all these things in the first half that add up to 27-3, and now, of course, finding out before kickoff they control their own destiny because the Redskins lost earlier today to the Browns.
The who?
They beat Detroit.
Look at Romo. He's about to correct him. Who's the Redskins?
Down, but this feels a little bit different right here.
I mean, I guess it does, but it's like they were down 33. This one feels like they can't come back, but that did too.
Jim Nantz said the R word.
Saying this now, this one does feel like they're not coming back, but this Vikings team is really resilient, and they do a great job of figuring things out as the game moves along. Jim, this coaching staff, I mean, they're going to figure something out. The problem is, a team right now has a guy who kind of can take Jefferson. He's taking him out of the game. I mean, a little bit emotionally, but also physically, and that's making it very difficult. Hawkinson, you got to run the ball. I mean, this is going to be hard to come back.
There's a Joseph kick.
Yeah, the Vikings definitely have their work cut out for them.
What a great first half. But first off, talk about the defense, and especially Jair and how he's been able to contain Justin Jefferson in that first half?
Yeah, well, I think our defense is flying around, playing with great energy, very physical, and that's the brand that we need. And I think our whole team's feeding off that.
We know this team, though. This Vikings team comes back. How much did you mention that in the locker room?
Our guys are well aware. It's 0-0, and we're just going to keep on playing it one play at a time.
Take it one play at a time, play better in the second half. Back to you, Jim.
Let's see what can happen here to start the third.
Aaron Jones gain a 6.
Again, Green Bay aided by the loss by the Commanders.
Commander, some angry producer corrected Jim Nance there. He called them the Redskins.
100 today.
Well, this is why Green Bay is scary. If Green Bay goes on and finishes this one off and wins next week and they get in, everyone knows Rodgers, right? The young receivers have really come on. They've figured out their identity, but they can run the ball and they can stop teams from passing the ball.
Here they go. Back to Jones.
Jones, big run to the 40, first down.
Very fresh. Now again, he's been battling ankle issues, knee issues. Not today. They've been running the football.
Well, they have. I mean, there's the Lewis right there and Lazard outside. Those two guys are like extra linemen in some ways, and that's why they have the ability to run outside. But weeks 1 through 7, only 110 yards per game. Since then, over 130, 135 yards. And that right there, 160 yards by Jones. First time this year Minnesota's given up a 100-yard rusher.
Here's a first down throw. Watson.
He had Watson.
Held without a catch. Again, came in missing practice all week with a hip injury, and they wanted him to play because he could take the top off of the defense. Tried to connect with him a couple of times on some hero throws, but not to be so far.
Well, he's their speed. He's their burner on the outside, and talk about the possession of Lazard and some of the other guys, but, you know, in the last 5 games, before the Dolphins game, he had 7 touchdowns, and he hadn't really done anything all year. He had no production, really, and now you see, like you said, he has 2 other ones, and I just think that's the guy that teams are afraid of from man-to-man.
Blitz. Yeah, I'm surprised Rodgers didn't stand in there and try to make a tougher throw. He took the check down.
Take a look at the first half numbers. Of course, you know that Kirk got picked a couple of times. Rodgers threw the touchdown to Tunyon. Aaron Rodgers so happy to have his left tackle back today. David Bakhtiari. They know that Zach Tom did a great job, the rookie out of Wake Forest, filling in for him. But it's just he's just such a smart football player. In the words of number 12, it's just comforting to know he's over there anchoring down that left side.
Well, the touchdown, the big play that he threw, he was one-on-one. Everyone else had a little help. But when you see that left tackle go one-on-one and he can give you 5-8 seconds by himself, that's a game changer.
3rd and 9, they rush 4.
Lobs it up. Out of bounds.
Trying to go deep with Watson.
That was stupid.
Something that's
Could have padded that lead there, Aaron. I could be getting ready for bed right now.
Gets beat a little bit. The problem is Watson doesn't get his head around to see, and Aaron
Watson and Rodgers haven't been on the same page today.
As fast as Watson, almost no one is. I mean, he's clocked at 22 miles an hour just running on the field, which is, you know, like my level speed only.
Yeah.
And otherwise, you know, it's hard. But Peterson's done a great job this year. He knows the scheme. He's disguised his stuff well. But speed, no one's catching Watson.
I've seen number 9 at Dallas run at 22, but it was Turpin, not Tony Romo. It's a fair catch.
Well played.
24-point hole, Minnesota. Time to start digging out of it.
Let's see what Cousins and company have in mind for the second half.
They were playing Seven Nation Army. There's a great video on YouTube of this little kid trying to cover it. Seven Nation Army couldn't hold me back. My back hurts. I need to lay down. But I'm not laying down right now. If I lay down right now, I might fall asleep. So, gonna have to wait. Oh, look, it's a TV show of that video game you played. The Last of Us TV show. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be like The Walking Dead was, you know, because The Walking Dead was based on a comic. And I was like, why do we need a video game or a show of a video game we've all played? It's like we know how it ends. Maybe they'll change some shit like The Walking Dead did from the book. Maybe they won't have some fucking man lady kill Joel with a golf club. Spoilers.
Tonight with Sunday Night Football on
Yeah, Sunday Night Football. I'll watch that when I get up later.
Stream games live on your mobile phone with NFL.
Bills Bengals, though, we're streaming that tomorrow.
Copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Of all these things
Go, Pack, go.
are gigantic, but that third one, after blocking a punt, first and goal at the 1, settling for a field goal. Downhill ever since. First snap for the Minnesota second half is a handoff to Cook, who was shaken up at the end of the first half, but able to pick up a bounce. 6 right there. He's 9 for 27 today. All right, they've been through rough or turbulent times, but they're 11-0 unscored games. The 11 wins, that's most in NFL history. By that manner, 10 comeback wins. When they lose, that's 17 at Philly, 37 against Dallas.
False start. Everybody but the center. It looked like one of those situations. Oh, well, they narrowed it down.
But just out of sorts on that offensive line with the 2 starters going out in that first quarter.
It's a game changer. This is why I always talk about like being at home or being on the road. It's such a difference because at home you can do all these cadences, everything. On the road, everyone has to be on the same page. So everyone is, except for the center. Well, he's a third-string center. All those cadences, like I told you, you got to just go on one. I don't care if they're getting off the ball good, but our guys got to know you keep giving 5 yards over and over again. And there's just been so many times today that's happened in a different way. And it's hurt.
Second and 9.
Cousins is taking all the underneath shit. Not throwing outside the numbers or over the middle, really. Very rarely. Just saw Christian McCaffrey's stat line for the 49ers. He's over 100 yards.
Execution. Sustaining drives, he said, is key. They want to run it, but they have to be patient. And in terms of Justin Jefferson, he said everything is just towards taking him away. He's been slipping a bit out there, but they need to just take those shots when they get a look.
The longest play, thank you, Trace, for the Vikings today was a 19-yard scramble by Kirk Cousins. 3rd and 3.
Hawkinson with the catch. First down. Drive starter there, hopefully, for the Vikings.
His 5th catch for 45 total.
Good job. Kirk Cousins looks to the right and then comes flying back across the field to Hawkinson. But that's the guy right there. 2 big stops early. Douglas, the one created an interception. But I do think Savage, when he was on him, or got the interception, but I think that's the guy who you got to go to. That's where the Packers usually have a little bit of deficiency, tight ends. But the other one is, the guy just throwing the ball once, right? Just throwing the smoke route. Get the ball to Jefferson.
Cousins he wanted to load up and take the deep throw, but he finds Thielen for a nice gain. He wanted to go deeper. Savage wants PI on Thielen, doesn't get it.
This is a play action. This is why you have to stay in phase. Go ahead and run that right there. And now, pause that right there. So here's Jefferson. You're going to end up throwing to Thielen, but right there, don't run all the way over to the safety. Look at the quarterback. Cousins wants to throw. And it's just late. It's a good job by Cousins coming all the way back and under. But Jefferson's got to help, too. Get your eyes around. That's where the opening was.
First catch for Thielen. Goes for 16. Here's Cousins. Going to run it.
Cousins got the wheels. He the leading rusher for the Vikings today after that run.
Rush of the year earlier this game for 19. And this one will go for 18.
Yep, Cousins is their leading rusher.
You got a little pressure, so you step up, and at that point, you feel the opening.
4 carries for, what, 55 yards?
Those legs, not quite the 22 miles an hour of Watson or Romo, but definitely still.
But he's their leading rusher.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yes, Minnesota's
Down by 24, and your quarterback's your leading rusher, and he's not Lamar Jackson.
both of his long rushes.
Won as many playoff games as Lamar Jackson, though.
We're doing a little better on this drive, right? All those 4 or 5 yard runs, you're okay. And then you'll pop one, but the truth is that's what allows you to play action and get other plays.
Blows it dead.
As Cook was ready to gallop into the secondary.
Delay of game, another pre-snap penalty. Give up another 5 yards.
Coach O'Connell talked about it. Poor execution. Well, poor execution happens when someone doesn't know what they're doing, or you have to ask an extra question, or someone's breaking the huddle. That's like, hold on, what are we doing? And then now you sit there and you're behind, and then a delay game, and then a false start, and then you got to keep it simple. You have backups in, keep it simple, make it so you guys know what you're doing. Even if it's not a great play call, at least everyone's on the same page.
One pre-snap penalty, one delay of game on this series alone. First and 15.
Hawkinson over the middle again.
5 yards back.
Gonna have a good fantasy day. All those little 5-7 yard passes there.
At what point, if you're Cousins and you know what they've done so far on Jefferson, and there have been footing issues out there for your star receiver, at what point do you say, I'm going to look in a different direction, or I really want to just give him his first catch on an easy one? What do you think?
I would have, this drive, I would have done it the first time.
Packers are single-handedly making sure Jefferson doesn't hit 2,000 yards on the season. Thought he had a good shot at the record. Not after this game if nothing changes. Well, there's a Jefferson catch to the 15.
That's exactly right, though. At this point, this is part of the reason why the Vikings are so bad quarters 1 through 3. They get like a good drive to start a game, and then they're just really poor all the way through the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter happens, and now they're like number 1 in point differential, and it's like crazy how much they dominate there. They understand what the defense is starting to do and how they're defending Justin Jefferson, and I think that's what happens.
Cousins has completed his last 9.
No pressure on Cousins really this drive. Ooh. Into coverage, incomplete. Looking for Hawkinson over the middle. Again.
That was a great job by Amos. Times this perfectly come flying off, and boom. Amos says, Amos, you're not going to.
Did he say anus or Amos? Look out. Here comes Amos.
69 yards in 5.5 minutes.
Why don't they play that as they go to commercial after Amos makes a play or something?
So here we go. They did a good job. Now you got to formate Jefferson. Get him into spots where they don't know exactly how to defend him. Well, he's in a slot against the D lineman. Give it to him.
Nobody open. Strip sack. Packers ball. Kenny Clark got the strip, got the ball. Packers take over. There goes that drive. Doing. Matumboed his ass. We'll hang around a while longer. We're not to the fourth quarter yet. Fuck me, I'm tired. The only way I'll be up at 5:30 tonight is if I wake up just before then from this nap I'm about to take. Hold on, gotta open the window for the cat. Come on, Oz. doing, Ozzy? Pitch you. Pitch you, buddy. Ozzy! Come here, Mr. Ozzy! Where are you going, Mr. Ozzy? Come on, Ozzy, I'll open the door. Okay, take Oz. Well, I was opening the door. I was teasing the poor cat. Just messing with him. Man, it's fucking quiet in here. You guys wouldn't want to help keep me awake or anything, would you? Had high hopes for this game. At least Panthers and Bucks was a good game.
By T-Mobile. Coverage beyond the expected. Farmers Insurance. Get a quote at farmers.com. And by Expedia. Made to travel.
Back at Lambeau, which can go all the way back to 1960, the year before the Vikings played their first game in franchise history. 1960, they've been sold out every game here since. 363 consecutive. First down. Carried by Dillon.
So I do think Jefferson, they've done a good job, lining certain things. But on the last play, that is Preston Smith, outside linebacker, almost a DN for them. Against Jefferson.
They had Preston Smith lined up on Jefferson. Cousins never had the time to find him. He got stripped immediately.
And that's on Cousins on that one. You can't miss.
He should have seen that matchup. Romo's right. Before the play, he should have been like, what the fuck is Preston Smith doing lined up on Jefferson? Back to work for you tomorrow. I'm glad I got Mondays off. Hope it stays that way. Damn, Patrick Peterson in the backfield. 3rd and 11.
It's a loss for Jones. About 3.
Green Bay can't get complacent here. It's 24 points, but a lot of time left. You never know what could happen. Yeah, the Vikings only have 10 guys on defense. I hope Rodgers recognizes that. They only have 3 down linemen. Rodgers snapped the ball. They've only got 10. Somebody fell down and Randall Kendricks fell down and Cobb got the first down. How did the Vikings not call timeout? And how did the Packers not snap the ball sooner?
Why didn't they call timeout? You could tell the defense was aware they were a man short.
I wasn't sure they were fully aware.
The fuck did Lance Kendricks do there?
Wanted to call a timeout.
What happens is when you're on the sideline, you don't think it's your job necessarily, but someone's like, well, I think there's 10, but if you go yelling, we only got 10, and you're not the D coordinator or the head coach, you know what happens? And you run a guy out there and you get a penalty, that's on you. So you're like, I think there's 10 guys. So you're trying to say it, but the problem is no one counted. That should come from upstairs. They have guys up in the booth.
That was inexcusable. Batted away.
Because all those guys standing next to the position coach, you got linemen, linebackers. You want to save your timeouts. You're down a lot, fine, but you just run one of those. Hey, get out there.
Harrison Phillips from the Buffalo Bill got a paw on that one. So 2nd and 10 for Rodgers, who was thrown for 93 yards in this game.
Well, this is why I think they're dangerous. Honestly, I mean, I know that they haven't had to get down the field with Watson. See all the space, the speed. They're giving him credit now.
Missed tackle on Watson. They pay for it. First down. Should have been a 4-yard gain.
And you see, last couple of weeks, trying to figure something out on the defensive side. Ed Donatel switched it up, zone throughout all the year. And then that didn't work out very much, and they started blitzing and playing more man the last 2 weeks, and all of a sudden you sit there and you find that that didn't work great, and they gave up way too many yards to the Giants last week, and that's why I'm concerned about this Minnesota team. This was a big game for a lot of reasons, right? You could drive it quickly, but they give up way too many yards to make a run in the playoffs, and I see right now.
And as you said, the last
Toss to Jones. Vikings are playing the run better this half. Still getting their ass kicked.
First hit by Bynum. This NFC playoff picture is just such a fun day to see it change by every result. You got San Francisco in a fight right now.
If you lose, though, here, you go right there, right? So then you'll be at that 3 spot. Now, all of a sudden, let's pretend San Francisco and Philly went out. Minnesota losing this game. And San Francisco takes over that 2. That means you now have to go, most likely, play 2 road games. They know how tough that was. You know who we talked to about that?
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
And Coach O'Connell. Winning one of those is...
Packers only have 3 more yards than the Vikings, and they're up by 24. It's 211 to 208. And Lazard makes Rodgers look really good there. Rodgers did a good job extending the play.
And you could see Rodgers' ability still to escape and create. Showed it off a little bit last week as well. A little soft one for him, flick.
By the way, looking at that cloud picture, San Francisco is tied in the 4th with the Raiders. They could be blowing an opportunity to move up to the 2.
That's right.
If Minnesota loses. And you still have to consider this.
So many
Philadelphia, Minnesota, San Francisco, and Dallas at this moment are all still in the chase for the 1 seed.
Oh, my goodness. I tell you right now, I think only the 1 or 2 seed is coming out of the NFC this year. I just think that the home field is so important.
What a play by Rodgers. There's Dobbs with a catch. Niners and Raiders are tied early in the 4th. Do I need to turn on Red Zone and talk about that game? Let me see if I can turn Red Zone on. I don't know if Dylan's mom paid the cable bill or not, but we're going to find out.
Made a concerted effort to do it, and they still got Aaron Rodgers.
And they got Bakhtiari back, and some other things working favorably for them. Don't forget the year that they won the Super Bowl in 2010.
They went on the road.
And won all 3 to get to Dallas, where they beat Pittsburgh.
Receivers came out, all of a sudden people get healthy, whack, and here it is, the start of the Rodgers career in some ways. This would be quite that story from where they were coming from
4 and 8. There's Dylan. When you're talking to Aaron, he's a guy that obviously...
Is a comeback possible? Most likely not. We're probably going to wrap up soon.
The story that would be written,
Xbox is taking forever to come on. I don't know why.
And take it all the way to
oh, no red zone? All right. I'll turn the Xbox off then.
In this league, they come from that far down. Remember, they were 4 and 8. They were playing at Chicago, and they were down 9 in that game. And there was even some talk that maybe they should get Jordan Love a chance to play out the season.
Yeah, think about this. When Rodgers hurt his hand, I was like, all right, time to sit Rodgers for the rest of the year. Your season's over. Let Jordan Love play it out.
It's just amazing what can happen over the course
and then you see what happened.
The history of the world is written every Monday after a Sunday game in the NFL, and another one is happening right before us.
Suffering from sinus congestion, especially at night? Try Vicks Sinex for instant relief that lasts up.
Oh, dumb. Where's my other TV remote? The fuck? Oh, there it is. Sunk into my chair. Man, every time I see a commercial for a Western show, I'm tempted to watch because I love Red Dead Redemption so much. Showing one that was on Paramount. Don't worry, April. We're going to fly a kite out of Bam's ass. Why are you going to do that? We have permits. Where do you get a permit for that? And Bam goes, Paramount. That was Jackass 2.5, right? Don't worry, April. The beads are going to be totally lubed up. It's cool. Then Pontius goes, yeah, we're going to spit on them. April, do you approve of this skit? No. Well, I'm doing it anyway. I got to watch Wild Boys. That's on Paramount. I got to start watching that tomorrow. After this, I know there's no way I could ever stream Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Panthers-Bucks game was really fun, though. Oh, my God. How many more commercials? Enough already. Where'd you get a permit for that? Paramount.
And for the last minute of quarter 3, with the Packers looking to add to this lead of 27-3. They've had the football now for over 6 minutes on this drive, covering 55 yards. 2nd and 7. And they get it back to Jones.
3rd down. Please convert. Please score a touchdown. If you score a touchdown, I'm going to bed. Probably going to go to bed after the next Vikings drive anyway. Rodgers going to quick snap. 12 on the field. Free 1st down. Free play. Throw it up. Oh, incomplete, but a free 1st down for the Packers. Can't beat them, trick them. Thank God, Chargers 31, Rams 10.
He catches you. He almost got him earlier. He had to count it before when they only had 10. He's like, hold on. Everyone just wait, give me a second. I got to count this. They only had 10.
Offside.
Offside, well, yeah, 12 man, offside, whatever you want to call it.
12 players on the field. Defense, that penalty is accepted. 5 yards. That yardage results in a 1st down.
He had to think about it. Yeah, 5 is more than 4. It was 3rd and 4, so it's 1st down.
With 10 players and another one with at least 12. Technically still on the field, right?
They got the same number of people played today.
It averages out to 11. Come on.
That's exactly right. It took me a while to get those numbers up.
5 pre-snap.
Every time Romo and Nance call a Vikings game, the Vikings get the shit beat out of them. Because they called the Dallas-Minnesota game.
Everything that they've done well this year is going opposite today. So it's just one of those games that happens, but it's concerning this late in the year. And if a team can just run it right at you and win other ways, that's hard.
A.J. Dillon, 1st and goal. Yep, to the 2. Thought he might get the push from behind to get into the end zone. In the quarter here, Green Bay.
1st and goal for Green Bay, 2 yards out.
And you see that left side, Jenkins, 74 creating it, and Bakhtiari, same thing. And I think this is why, if you go to San Francisco, you have to run the ball, okay? You're going to have to do that. If San Francisco comes, to Minnesota, then it's one of those.
Well, it's 27-3 at the half. It's 27-3 going to the 4th. The Vikings are fucked. We'll hang on to see if Green Bay can get this in the end zone. And then we'll call it a day.
The NFL on CBS continues in a moment. The Packers having it their way from the start at Lambeau Field.
It'd be funny if it said they're having it their way and then it cuts to a Burger King commercial. Be like, Nance, you're a genius. Green Bay Packers are loving it. McDonald's ad. Yeah, that would have been a good one, too. It's a Planet Fitness commercial. I miss going to Planet Fitness. If I was a real man, I'd be walking to Planet Fitness and working out and then walking home every day. I could walk to Planet Fitness from here. It's not as close as my job, but it's within walking distance. Be a pain in the ass to walk there, but fourth quarter, 1st and goal, Packers at the 2. Finish them off and send me to bed. Either way, I'm going to bed after this drive.
Jim Rickoff, Ryan Galvin, production team, we're so grateful for the technical team. Led by Mike Arnold, our director. Mike Tippy, our technical director. Here we go, 1st and goal. Dillon got the shove.
Touchdown, Green Bay Packers. A.J. Dillon. Yep. That's a 30-point lead right there, boys and girls. 31 with the extra point.
This is what you thought Green Bay was going to be, right? Coming into this year, having had 2 great seasons, just didn't quite finish in the end. But guess what? In that playoff run, teams ran the ball at you, and you weren't able to quite do it. Passing game falters. It's always a big player. If you can run the ball, you're going to win in the playoffs.
34-3. And with that, we're going to invoke the mercy rule. Or is CBS going to invoke the mercy rule? Let's see what CBS is going to do. CBS is going to move to another game, most likely, right? If there's one on. I mean, I know there's probably one still on. Let me see what they're going to do first. See what else is going on around the league. Seahawks are kicking the shit out of the Jets. Fucking 49ers Raiders is on Fox, so we're not going to get that. Yeah, they're not going to switch games. All right. Yeah, laters. We're out of here. Tomorrow night, Bengals and Bills. That's a big game. So, see you guys then. Maybe I'll stream something at 3 in the morning later. Who knows? Never know with me. I'm unpredictable.